Hi YouTube, this is VidHead85 and I'm just simply responding to a video that I was tagged in, and I have to say one simple thing. What a crock. I mean, I've heard this stuff before, yeah, but to hear it from somebody that I once respected and even loved is just more jarring than anything else. But I'm just going to break right into it. First of all, entitlement. How is Social Security an entitlement when people when people work and put money into Social Security and Medicare and Medicaid, so that when hard times come, they can take advantage of it? How is that an entitlement? And entitlement is simply saying, because I am this person, I should get this. It doesn't necessarily work that way. If I paid into something, I should be able to tap into it when it's necessary for me. Call that an entitlement. You know what? I paid into it, I should be able to benefit from it. Corporate taxes, oh my goodness, you are so unwilling to see how much money and politics has really shaped the laws that we make or that are passed through. And let me give you a civics lesson. It's the president, the House of Representatives, and the Senate, and usually it has to go through both houses before it gets to the president to be signed. So when you say that Obama is single-handedly destroying this country, why don't you take a look at the Congress that in fact is so obstructionist that they will not let him do what he needs to do to get Americans working again. And if it looks like a Republican and talks like a Republican, guess what? It is a Republican. How can you say that I only support Obama because he is black and he supports gay rights? Really? Is that the best you can do? I support President Obama because he is America's president. Okay? Where is the bill? Where are the jobs bills? Where are the economic bills that are supposed to be pouring in now that the godless Democrats are out of the House? Where are they? Because they passed so many abortion bills, contraception bills, religion bills. I have not seen one single jobs bill out of the U.S. House of Representatives since 2010. And the only things that I've even seen coming out of the House is tax cuts and the debt ceiling. And you know what? Tell me whatever you want to about the quote fiscal conservatives, but they're the ones that racked up the debt. And you think that Obama's going to get out of it in 4 years? If you've seen his inauguration speech, you will know that he said we may not get there in one term, we may not get there in 2 terms, but we will get there. Black entitlement problem. You show your true colors when you say that. Because I am not claiming to be entitlement. I am not claiming to be entitled to this and this and that. If I pay into it, okay, so let's say something. If you are an investor in a business, shouldn't you receive some of the profits? Hello? Yeah. Now, there's another thing too. Disclosure of HIV/AIDS to people. I am not saying that people should not disclose, but if you really want to get real with it, do you think that someone would want to disclose even if they're safe and there's no transmission whatsoever? If that's the kind of hostile reaction they're going to get? If you think that for a minute that I'm trying to justify that, I'm not. But the rate of people who have HIV and intentionally spread HIV to others is at least 1/10 of 1%, is at the very most 1/10 of 1% of HIV, of people who are HIV positive who know it. Now, I'm not saying that they should not disclose, but the hostile reaction that you would have to someone who did not tell you even though they were safe, I feel that to be a little bit overboard, because you need to treat everybody as if they have it. To be blunt with you, that's how it is. That's how we have to treat it. So because you know, all of a sudden the reality of your view of them changes. When someone who could have HIV could be, you could be walking past somebody who has HIV, and the moment, it seems like just the moment that you know, something changes. Now, you keep talking about President Obama, but you do not talk about the Congress. Like I said, civics lesson, it has to pass both houses before it gets to the president. And you talk about his policies. I'm not even gonna lie, I don't know what his policies are. I know what I see him doing and what I see him what I see. Some of his signing the NDAA, I was pissed at that because it had the indefinite detention bill in there, which was struck down as unconstitutional. Another thing that I hated about President Obama was simply the communications deal, where they have to have access to it all the time. I think that is how can you be so disheartened with President Obama when, in fact, even though I support him, I am so disheartened by some of the things that he's done. Just admit that hating President Obama gets you out of bed every morning. You can't, I'm sure that you can't get up out of bed and put your feet on the floor without saying, oh God, Obama's president. And that whole black entitlement, give me what I can for free mentality comment. Really? What have you gotten for free to you that you have not paid for since you haven't had a job in so long? Are you entitled to a rehab and a bed and everything like that because you've been through plenty of them, as I keep pointing out, but you don't want to address that? Is that an entitlement because, well, I want to get off of drugs now, so I should be entitled to go to a treatment facility that's paid for by somebody else's money? Like you said, you know what? Hey, you pay for it since you got yourself into that. He's black and he supports gay rights. That's very funny. But you know what? I gotta say something. What do I give a damn about a good economy when I can be fired for being gay in many states? If I'm in a state where I can be fired for being gay, what the fuck do I care about a good economy if that social issue of protecting me on the job isn't there, if you will? What do I care about being able to adopt if I can't protect them? Like, why would I care about these economic realities? Even though, well, I do care about the economy, but also the economy and the social aspects both go together because of the simple fact that when there's a good economy, people thrive. And the thing is, the more money people have, the more money they can spend. But yet you are constantly pushing it on the poor. You're constantly pushing it on the people who don't have money, as opposed to the people who are paying money and buying elections in order to rig not only the tax system, to rig the law in order to disenfranchise the poor. You are no better than one of those people here. You're no better than Scott Walker or Chris Collins, as far as I'm concerned. You're no better than Bush. And you basically follow him when you say that Obama's had 4 years to fix it and he should have fixed it by now. Like I said, it stretches way back. It stretches back it stretches way back. How could he possibly finish all of this in 4 years? How could he? How could you? I would like to see you fix this all in 4 years. I'm pretty sure it would look like America before we had any kind of social programs or safety nets for people when they need it. And the people who live off of welfare, come on, that cannot possibly. I'm sure I don't know how much that how much that makes up of the people on welfare, but I'm pretty sure it has to be a very small majority, or a minority rather. Most people who are on it need it. And you're telling me that it's an entitlement when in fact Most people wouldn't even go on it if they didn't need it. And you dodge the money in politics issue, you dodge Citizens United, you dodge corporate welfare, simply because you don't want to acknowledge that class warfare exists. And you vote Republican and conservative and independent or whatever. Basically, you vote for people who are in fact tearing this country apart because they're screwing the people over. But I can't get over that black entitlement mentality that you just shot at me. Really? I work my ass off every day and every night. And since when have I ever made it seem like, one, I'm not willing to work it, I can get, and I want to get all I can for free without putting in. Everything that I did was for us. And with that, you completely missed the mark. You don't know me at all. And good riddance to you. Have a great day, YouTube, Facebook. See you later.